Love, peace, light, and darkness. So family, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, welcome on in. My name is Jazz. If you are one of my A1 Day 1 subscribers, shout out to you spiritual gangsters, you original souls. Happy solstice, you guys. Happy new moon in Capricorn. This is neither one of those readings though. This is actually going to be a divine masculine channeling reading, whatever you want to call it. They've been coming for me a lot lately, so it's giving a lot of the divine masculine right now. They have a whole lot to say, they just don't know how to put their thoughts into words. And I feel this energy of needing help to express themselves verbally. So let's go ahead and bless this reading. I want to tap more into the divine masculine energy. I don't know why I've been catering to them like this lately, but I feel like they need it. So check on your strong friends, y'all, especially during this season. A lot of people are highly functioning depressive people. A lot of people are sticking to their routines as a coping mechanism, as a defense mechanism to this seasonal depression. And I feel like specifically the divine masculine is suffering from this lack of sunlight, lack of vitamin D, lack of information that's being pumped through their vessel right now. Y'all gotta truly understand, man, like the powers that be, you know what I'm saying, their whole entire race is going extinct, okay? And global warming does not necessarily affect the aboriginal beings of this planet. Global warming is actually sending the aboriginal beings of this planet a multitude of codes and downloads and information right now. That's why all of the watchers of the universe got all eyes on Earth. And it's because this is a moment in time where the aboriginal beings receive the codes. They're blocking the sun rays for a reason. They're manipulating the weather more than they ever have for a reason. It's because what global warming is ultimately doing for the aboriginals is about to allow the meek to re-inherit the earth. A lot of this wave of divine masculine is considerably the meek, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it is a shock to their system to be receiving this amount of DNA upgrades, this amount of coding, this amount of downloads, this amount of wisdom. Divine masculine, I see you right now. Y'all been coming for me. This amount of enlightenment, okay? Enlightenment. It's coming from the sun rays. So the powers that be, they have a timeline that once that timeline is done, their reign, their power, their control, it ceased to exist. And a lot of what we don't want to acknowledge or admit is that before we were physically taken captive, before the flesh obliged to the system, the mind became the first slave. The mind was first in captive. And right now, divine masculine is freeing their minds. And I'm going to tell you how. This world has bred the collective of divine masculines to place their sense of self-worth and their ideologies of value upon what they can produce, upon what they can do, upon their action-oriented base, mindset only. And this put a direct block between the brain waves for the divine masculine. They have not been able to operate on a certain side of their brain as a result of this programming, and they have been robbed of their humanity. A lot of us don't realize that the world has taught us that masculines are only valuable according to what they can do, and that takes away all of the value of these unseen spiritual things that are linked to our humanity as well. A lot of women can find value in themselves based upon their personalities, based upon their characters, based upon their spirit, based upon their compassion. Divine masculines have not even taken the time to be able to self-identify what makes them worthy or what makes them valuable outside of what they can do for people. And now we're sitting here looking at the masculines who may not be able to do much in this world, and they are the biggest collective right now struggling with self-worth, struggling with self-love, because nobody told them that it's these unique, intricate things about your spirit. It's this unique, intricate things about your energetic signature that you may not be able to see, but baby, they're priceless, and that's what makes you who you are. Your identity here, Divine Masculine, is not based upon what you can do for you, for your family, for your friends. That is just extra. That is just like the cherry on top. That's just the icing on the cake. But what's the foundation? It's your cake. What is on the inside right now, Divine Masculine? That's what I feel like you guys are journeying through. Outside of what you can produce, outside of what you can do in this world, outside of how much money that you can make, okay? What makes you a good person? A lot of these men are coming to this realization because they realize that outside of the amount of money that they make, outside of the protection that they can give, women are still leaving these men. Women are still leaving these situations because, like I said, the granddaddies didn't teach these men that their value is outside of those things. Protection, provision, providing and protecting. And here it is. Women are looking at these men and they lack personality. They lack character. They lack morals. They lack values. They lack integrity. They lack dignity because granddaddy told you all you had to do was protect and provide. So you got all the external things on lock right now, Divine Masculine. But what about those internal things? That's what Spirit is asking you to take the time to delve deep and to discover about yourself. Eliminate placing that value solely upon what you can do for yourself and others, and realize that your value, you were valuable from the day you came out the womb of your mother. You didn't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of, Divine Masculine. You didn't have the degrees and the education and the knowledge and the wisdom and the experience that you have, but you were still valuable. We, as a collective, we were still valuable from the day we came out the wombs of our mothers. Without shit to give this world, our value was placed upon our spirit initially. So now where did this world start to fuck us up and rid us of that knowing that we are valuable? Just being present. Our presence alone is linked to our worth and our value. Divine Masculine right now is I read for a lot of strong women. I read for a lot of strong divine feminines. I read for a lot of strong and balanced in their feminine and masculine energy and integrated. I read for those feminines. And a lot of you guys don't realize that men are not intimidated by your power. Men are not intimidated by your strength. Men are forced to reflect, though, in your presence. I don't believe that these divine masculines want us to be any less than what the divine has created us to be. But the reality of it is, if men are placing their value in what they can do for us, and we out here learning how to do everything for ourselves, men are feeling like they don't have a place in your powerful ass life. Men are now feeling like you don't need them to even be around, because to them, they don't see the priceless things that they provide the divine feminine yet. They don't see those spiritual and emotional and mentally balancing aspects that they bring to the dynamic or bring to the table. The divine is opening the divine masculine's eyes right now to realize, like, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than what you've been taught. It's deeper than what you believe. It's deeper than that. And you're going to have to dive deeper to realize where your value truly lies, and rediscovering that worthiness for yourself. And that's why, trust me when I say, I get it when men say, nah, I don't want my woman to work. Because when a man finally has his little family, that's his. That's something to be proud of. That's something to take care of. That's something to protect. Divine Masculine, I get you. I see you. But may we look at statistics right now. If you let your woman value you for things outside of what you can just do for her, the chances are the divorce rate is less. When you let your woman go out here and live her life and not dedicate her life to building and upkeeping yours, you're more likely to die married than divorced. So Divine Masculine, it's time to reconsider, what do you value about yourself, and then also about your feminine energy here that's in your life, that's helping you unlearn and relearn how we've been socialized, and how these socializations, they structure us and mold us to fit into these gender norms. A lot of these Divine Masculines don't fit that script of how we've socialized masculinity into this gender norm. And a lot of feminines don't fit into this script of how we socialize femininity into this gender norm. A lot of us are redefining and evolving these unions as we know it. Some of y'all are going to deal with a man that don't want you to work. That's okay. It's a lot of them out here. Just because that's your setup don't mean that the divine still wants you to give up on your dreams. If you have a man that values you, what you do, and what you've created for him, that family, take it. Take what's on the table. But I'm here to tell the collective as a whole, it's I got your back, you got my back. Divine Feminine, how do you have your Divine Masculine's back? Because I don't believe Big Mama taught us that we were supposed to protect them too. You have to spiritually cover your union, Divine Feminine. How do you protect your Divine Masculine now? How do you provide for your Divine Masculine now? Or did we just think that this was some one-way street? Just taking and taking and taking and taking. It's supposed to be just some one-way street. What do you do? How do you show up in the union, in the dynamic? How do you add value to that as well? I just started rapping like I was shuffling at first. Let's get a card out of too. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ascended masters. Too much. Sorry, y'all. I be barefoot, sitting at the desk, just chilling. I be knocking shit out early. I be at work, doing homework. I just be, my mind, it runs a mile a minute, y'all. I can't sit still, so it's like I knock out one thing and it's like, what else can I do? I don't know if that's really a good thing now. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ascended masters. Mother God, Father God, I ask that you utilize me as a humble vessel. Fill me up with divine love, divine light, divine lessons, divine blessings, divine guidance, and divine intuition for myself and for my beautiful soul family. I ask that you fill us up until we overflow mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. I shade to the ancestors. I Ibobo to my lineage, and Amun to the originals. Let's tap in, y'all. Divine Masculine, spill your tea. What's going on? You got a lot of energetic shifts right now. We're going to do a little 2-card spread for you real quick. Get some messages from the ancestors for your heart, for your soul. Let's speak to them. Speak to their heart, speak to their soul, ancestors. Goddess, Genie. I just heard, if I had one wish, we would be best friends. Love would never end. It would just begin. There's a wave of divine masculines that feel like if I had one wish. There's some genie here. There's some genie. They got some magical energy surrounding them. And I hear the universe like, are you sure? Are you sure that's what you want? There is a divine masculine here that has thought really, really long and really, really hard. And they've become very, very certain and very, very sure about who or what they want out of life. This is a different level of clarity for the divine masculine. I also just heard, I can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Imbalance, yeah, something was imbalanced. Second time they pulled this energy, something was imbalanced. Or maybe we pulled this energy, Divine Feminine. Last reading, yeah, that was our energy. We pulled imbalance. Something is. If I had one wish, I wish that we can start over, is what the Divine Masculine is saying. I feel like I'm alpha theta channeling, so let me run with it. If I had one wish, I wish that we could start over. I wish that either one of us put in a reciprocal and equal amount of effort. I wish that it didn't feel like it was too late. I wish that we didn't allow things to get to the point where they were so broken they look unfixable. A lot of the reason why I don't know where to begin to fix this, Divine Feminine, is because of how off balance it has become. I've allowed things to get to this point, and now I don't know if it's the point of no return. If I had one wish, I pray for the opportunity to hit the do-over, to start over. I wish I had this genie in my life that I could just make these type of requests to go back and change the hands of time here. I am not happy with some of the decisions that I made in this dynamic, and I am now faced and riddled with the guilt that a lot of the reason why we are where we are is because of me. And I have to take accountability, Divine Feminine. I have to take responsibility for what I've done. And it is so much easier to not face what this situation has become, because then I also have to face that I'm responsible. And accountability hurts me, Divine Feminine. And I'm not ready to take that amount of accountability for what I've done to you and us and me. I've caused so much imbalances within our hearts and within our emotional system. And I'm ready to balance the scales out here. There is some type of karma that I feel like brought this epiphany to the collective of Divine Masculines. Let's get Goddess Genie out the book, though. All right. It's going to be like you just wished for it and it appeared to you right out of thin air. The Goddess Genie brings something to us just like magic, but she's also a little tricky, as she is a legit genie. Therefore, she often slyly brings us something we don't want as well. So be very careful and specific when you're asking the universe for your desires at this time, as you will get exactly what you asked for. If you want more clientele, that will mean more work. If you want to be pregnant, said pregnancy may not be super easy. Or if you want a new car, you may experience an uncomfortable situation with your old one. Just in whatever context, be prepared for the parallel of good and bad. The Goddess Genie can also indicate a situation where all is not as it seems. On the surface level, you may appear to be getting your wishes granted. However, if you look closer, you may not be getting the fulfillment you truly desire. Be sure to read the fine print and ask all the questions you need, and research all the details with your dealings right now. Don't find yourself naively saying yes to a trap. Let's get into this real quick. Manifestation. Yeah. It's the infatuation for me. All right. A lot of the baby witches, if you still find that you're infatuated with what you can bring into your existence, you're infatuated with the idea of instant gratification, it's a lot more work that needs to be done. You get to a place in your spiritual journey where you realize you are a magnet. That's it. That's it. You are a magnet. It's going to be things that stick to you because you are in alignment with it, and then it's going to be things that repel off you and bounce off you and boomerang away from you because you are not in alignment with that. So as much as you want to call in everything that you want, the harsh reality of it is the universe will only give you what you are ready for. Okay? So be careful what you ask for. I always end any type of work that I do with no harm done to none, including me. Meaning, God, no. If I'm asking for something that can hurt me in the process, don't give it to me. God, no. If I'm asking for something that I'm not even prepared for right now, prep me first. Because some of us need to start to pray for how to maintain our blessings once we get them. Some of y'all don't have the issue manifesting. Some of y'all are literally ancient high priestesses. That shit is embedded in your consciousness, in your Akashic records on how to get the shit. Some of y'all just don't know what you should be going out there to get, and that's why alignment is so important. Some of the things that we claim that we want are not the things that we always need, divine masculine, and they're realizing that. They've been asking the universe for a whole lot of their wants, and the universe has been manifesting their needs, and they haven't found the spirit of gratitude because they too busy focused on what they want, and they think that their plan is bigger than God's plan. I end every type of work with if it's not for me, don't send it, and may no harm be done to none, including myself. This is that reassurance that a lot of us are. I don't care what nobody say watching this. You're currently walking in a prayer. I don't know how long you put it out into the universe, but you're walking in something that you asked for, which shows that we are co-creators. Time is an illusion, and God hears all, right? But the reality of it is, some of you guys get mad when God said, oh, no problem, but I need you to go through this first. I need you to go through your inner child to dig up this trauma first. I need you to unlearn and relearn this programming first. I need you to die to your ego and integrate your shadow first. That's the parts that we frown upon. But when the blessing roll in, all of a sudden it's thank you, God, I'm pleased. And God was like, well, what about everything that we had to go through to get you to this blessing? Like, you need to thank me for that shit too. Because it was harder for me to cover you during that shit than it is for me to cover you once you get this. May we be grateful for the dark and the light, or the good and the bad, like the card said. It says, be prepared for the parallel of good and bad. Be prepared and be wise about what you guys are praying for and manifesting. A lot of y'all be like, God, give me strength. And then you wonder why you out here in this world and God is making you be strong, right? God got you out here with an S on your chest because you asking God for strength. So now God is going to present you with situations and circumstances that require you to be strong, right? Be careful. Words are spells, y'all. That tongue, it's a wand, and we wave it every day. Be careful what you ask for. God, give me grace. God, give me wisdom to prosper and share with myself and my family and my community. God, give me good health. God, give me unconditional love. God, pay attention to what we asking for, because the universe is a genie, and it's like a drive-through. You just putting in your order and you getting what you asked for. Some of y'all are not happy with what you asked for. I need you to go revisit your order though and see what you've been putting out there. Let's get imbalance out the book. I know we got this for divine feminine, but this ain't about us this week. Apparently both the masculine and the feminine are experiencing this imbalance energy. All right. If one reached into their chest and pulled out their heart as evidence of care, would it amount to that of thine own? The scales never lie, and no two hearts beat the same. Every so often there comes a time when our love for someone must be put on full display. Be it through a necessary action or movement, we make the agreement to put our own heart on the scale for another, in hopes that our love will measure up. However, no matter how we approach the scale, the calculation will be accurate. So if no one comes with a full heart, you will know. And if one comes with an empty heart, you will know this as well. In regards to another platonic person, this partnership is not in balance. One of you is giving more to your joint venture or receiving more from your joint venture than the other. Either way, examine the fairness of this connection. In regards to a romantic relationship, the love within this union is currently out of balance and causing one party to feel extremely low. It's time to either measure up or find a partner equally yoked. In regards to yourself, you may have given your all to someone or something, but have not received your expected return. Know when it's not worth it. some of y'all invested more than you got back. It's life. It's life. Some of you guys are stuck in limbo trying to get back all of what you invested. You're not getting your love back. You're not getting your time spent back. You're not getting your memories back. You're not getting any money that you've invested into it back. You're not getting your heart back. Now that you know that, take what you got left. Some people needed y'all love more than you did at the time that you gave it to them. They did not take anything from you. You had an abundance of it. You had an overflow. Yet some of y'all still feel robbed from a relationship or from some type of transactional situation. You feel like it was unreciprocal, and it keeps you stuck in limbo as a result, because all you're trying to do is get back what you gave, and Spirit is telling you you had more than enough to give. You don't need that shit back. I just heard, if I ain't got nothing, I've got you. What does she say when Beyonce be like, I got enough love for the both of us? Y'all getting ready to realize, like, nobody took anything from you. And when you come to that realization, you eliminate this imbalance, this superiority complex that you've created, where you believe that your power was even up for the taking. Your power belongs to God. There are certain things in this world that can't nobody give or take from us. Joy, power, right? Wisdom. Always remember what comes from God. Always remember what cannot be given and taken to and from you. I feel like I'm rambling now. It's getting a little like talking to one person type energy, but fuck it. I want to do new moon in Capricorn. I'll probably wait till I get home though. I send y'all love, peace, light, darkness, and balance for the both of them. May you learn how to sit real pretty right in between the thin line of light and darkness. You need both of them in your human experience and in your spiritual journey. And I encourage all of us to find as much love for the darkness that we do for the light, because I believe that perspective is what's catapulting us closer and closer to this new earth that all of our spirits feel connected to. We gotta find grace. A lot of us are struggling with grace for ourselves. Divine masculine specifically. They've created some type of timetable or timeline for themselves, and they feel like they just can't amount to the expectations that they've set for themselves. And I'm here to congratulate the whole collective of divine masculines for how far that y'all have come. I know that work was not easy. I understand what it required of you, and all we ask as the collective of divine feminines is we want our strong friends to ask us for help. We want to know how to be there for the collective of the divine masculine, but we need the divine masculine to communicate their needs to the divine feminine. And that is how I believe we become equally yoked, is by proper communication, man. No, we are not the same. We are not supposed to be the same. But we are supposed to still rely on and help and need one another. Divine masculine, you need your divine feminine. Period, poo. Divine feminine, you need your divine masculine. And that's on God. You do. And the moment that we come to that realization, we can start to heal and to fix whatever stands in the way now of that unification process. There is a huge unification process that's happening in the year 2023 for the divine father and the divine mother, and it's happening through our divinity, our divine vessels. I told y'all, we the living, breathing spirit. Anything that the universe needs to get done, we put our hands up. We put our hands up. We offer our humble vessels to make universal change. So that's why there are all eyes on earth right now, because we as the Aboriginal beings, there's a fifth element. A lot of us just know about earth, fire, air, water, but the fifth element is ether. And I believe that that ether is our melanin, and that's what connects us to everything in the universe, from the planets to the stars to the dark matter that we see. It's the ether. Ether lives out there and in us, and it shows up in the hue of the man. The hue of the man, Hueman. That's the ether that's in us. So we're not being watched necessarily because of our species, but there is a genetic mutation on planet Earth that was developed in the material world, and all eyes are on Earth right now because we are literally in the midst of the meek re-inheriting their Earth from the mutation, the genetic mutation. And because they lack ether or that neuromelanin, it's almost as if I personally feel like the timeline cannot be foreseen. It is really up to the Aboriginal beings right now to re-inherit their land, their planet, and to take back the control of what we've created on this material plane. When we were first originally here, we were completely connected to that ether. When we allowed these other beings to come in and teach us different things, we took ourselves from that spiritual realm, that spiritual aspect, and we lowered ourselves. We densed our consciousness. We densed our crystalline bodies to this material world. We began manifesting and co-creating outside of universal law. This material world is detached from the universal law, from the universal world. What we have created is why all eyes are on us. It is up to us to finish what we started, or to fix what we've broken as far as the universal law goes. Why is all these Aboriginal people waking up? Why is all these Aboriginal people tapped in now? Why is all these Aboriginal people not celebrating pagan holidays, realizing Jesus wasn't born in December, he was born in the fall, when the summer was going to the fall? A lot of people, it's just the math ain't mathing right now, because the mind was captive before the flesh was ever taken. The mind had to go first. And right now, it's given Eight of Swords. I don't have no tarot deck, but if you've been feeling mentally stuck and trapped, you are freeing your mind right now. If it's just been feeling like, and then also on top of that, you guys, I know I'm rambling. I said I was going to end this. 32 minutes. Fuck it. No edits. Y'all, like, the mind, your mind is a separate entity within itself. Being able to control and manipulate that alone robs us of divinity as a whole. There is I don't even want to go there, y'all. I don't even want to go there. I don't. I'm going to end it. Y'all. But your mind is a separate entity within itself. There's a reclamation of the mind and the power that comes with the knowing of thyself. Period. And when you look at the world and how they use broadcasting and they use dark emotion to further their agendas, then you would start to really, really, really pay attention to what you watch and what you listen to. And how, when you stay further away from mainstream news and media, the more control and sovereignty you feel that you have over your vessel and yourself. When you see like DJ Twitch and PNB Rock and all of the celebrities that we've grown to love and that can actually have an emotional effect on us, why do they want us all to be in the same state of dark emotion at the same time? It's because it's witchcraft. It's because it's a powerful tool to further broadcast their own spells and agendas, take control of your minds right now, guys, because there are a lot of energetic experiments that you can't see happening. But then you wonder why at the same damn time it be multiple mass shootings, right? It be multiple crazy things happening in the world. It's because just because your vibration is up here, that doesn't mean that the minds of other people aren't still captive. And when they want to energetically broadcast a signal, they want to energetically broadcast a dark emotion. Some of these people that we see as being crazy, we see as being murderers, we see as being, they just peons. They fucking peons, a part of the whole fucking system and agenda. And we have to be able to have a certain level of emotional intelligence over ourselves right now, because we allow them to further their process of manipulation every time we give them our dark emotion all at the same time. We are powerful aboriginal beings, originally linked to the spiritual realm. And these motherfuckers target our spirituality and know how to use it more than we do. Half of us do. That dark emotion is why the world is still blind. We have to have a certain level of emotional intelligence over ourselves right now, you guys. And this may go over a lot of people's heads. Don't reach for it, okay? But if you get it, you get it. That dark, raw emotion, it's powerful. It really is. And they know how to get it up out of humanity. They really do. Who don't love the babies? It be the mass shootings. It be like, celebrities dying. And pay attention to the time of year, because it's like clockwork. I promise y'all, if y'all start to pay attention, they do this shit at a specific time every year. It is pre-planned. It is premeditated. Rise in power to everybody who had to become a martyr. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of it is, we do have to look deeper into certain things and into what's happening in the world around certain times, because it furthers an ancient, archaic spell. I send y'all love, peace, light, and darkness. Until next time, soul family.